Powerboat P1. The latest news direct from Powerboat P1. The teams are behind the scenes. The sun shone on Gosport as round 3 of the 2016 Powerboat P1 Superstock Grand Prix of the Sea hit the south coast. High winds made racing tricky in the Solent, but the thousands of spectators at Stokes Bay were treated to another first-class weekend of racing. But those high winds kept Officer of the Day Mick Pritchard on his toes. He told Shelley Jory Leigh what his role entails.
The Officer of the Day, quite simply, Shelley, is to keep the rules, to keep the peace, to make sure the racing is as fair as possible, understand the racing incidents that happen throughout the day, and basically come up with the best outcome for all, really.
So you're like our commander, really, aren't you? You are the be end and end all for rules and who's disqualified and who isn't. We've had some incidents this weekend. Just explain them to us, sort of roughly what's happened yesterday and today.
Well, we've had a couple of let's call them failure to navigate, where the guys have missed the odd mark or two. We've had a few incidents where it's looked like we've had a coming together, so obviously we have to go back over the footage and make sure that didn't happen. We've had everything. We've had engines break, we've had saddles break, we've had people break, we've had boats break, combined with all the jet ski racing at the same time. It's a fun weekend.
It's a tough weekend for you and your team. Now, the Solent is renowned for being one of the toughest pieces of water. It's rough out there. You've got ferries, traffic, and everything. How do you guys cope with that?
It's quite simple. We just roll with the punches, really. I mean, Gosport's always been an interesting race ground. I mean, I've raced here myself. It always takes its toll. I mean, Gosport, Stokes Bay finds your weakness and gives you a kicking on it. But yeah, I mean, it's a juggling act. It's QHM water, obviously, so there's rules to abide by, and it's a shipping channel, so we get everything: rolling waves, bit of chop, wind. It's an interesting venue.
Now, you're a championship racer yourself. You hate to be beaten in anything. I've got to ask you the question, what do you prefer, racing or being in charge of us all?
Oh, racing, I think. Racing without a doubt. Very frustrating watching aquacross, having competed in it. I just want to get back out there on the ski and stuff. But unfortunately, someone's got to control the monster. And fortunately, or unfortunately, depending on who you're talking to, racers or officials, that's fallen to me.